listening to the High Noon Podcast. Your host, Mason Smith.
Nice. All right, welcome to another episode of High Noon. Finally got Markus. It's Olind.
Yep.
I almost said Olinger for some reason.
It's okay.
Markus Olind. Finally
What's
got
up?
him on the pod.
Hey.
Genevieve's chilling. And Phillip returned.
Yeah, I'm back.
Back again.
Co-host with you
Pretty
again?
pretty much the locked in co-host kinda. Because
Wow.
Nicholas has got to be a dad or whatever.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to start off. I really enjoyed watching you guys do your live pod the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks.
And I gotta say, what a bold move giving a drunk audience member a microphone.
We're a
Yeah.
bold podcast.
We actually had a guy.
I could not. When you went to do that, I was like, no,
Yeah.
don't give that guy a mic.
It's funny you mentioned that because we had a guy. His name was Greg DePaul, and his only job, the only reason he was there, was to be the guy who would move the mic around the room for anyone who wanted to contribute. And then he got too stoned, and so then he just sat there with his hands in his lap for an hour and a half.
And then Brittany just
And then
confiscated it.
just the Brittany and the Desmond Friends show.
yeah.
It was good.
No,
It was good.
It was still very fun though. It was cool.
It was crazy that we just gave them a table mic and they handled it so well.
He
though.
did, dude. That was the thing. It was if he would have said he was a comic, I would have believed him.
Yeah.
Like he was surprisingly well behaved. Didn't overstep. Didn't try to get in there too much.
No, and then he would pass it off to his friends.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, this is Zach." It was like fun. They were like, "Here, you take the microphone."
No, it was Matt, wasn't it?
Matt and
I don't remember his name.
Andy or something like that.
But remember, I do remember he had that fucking Crocodile Dundee knife on
He
his
did
fucking
have
side.
a knife on him. He had a knife on
Yeah,
him.
and he showed it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like,
hey,
what are
hey,
you, 14?
Hey, if you got a knife like that, what are you not going to show it off?
I mean, yeah,
You don't walk around with a knife like that and not show it.
it's like a third of a sword.
He looked like one of those people where you go, this guy probably rides a Harley, and then you go outside and he's just in like a Prius.
No, he had a Harley.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't tell
That
if
was
he just
part
was
of the whole
dressed like
thing.
that or if he really did.
Weren't they with their like parole officer?
They
I
said
don't
that.
remember that.
Was that a joke?
I think it was.
Were they at a weed store show with their parole officer?
No, I think they were kidding. I think they were
Yeah,
messing
I don't
around.
even remember that being said.
I remember thinking it being like, "This is a weird parole officer
Right.
relationship."
Well,
situation.
the thing is, though, it's one of those, it's like the legal, like it's legal or whatever.
Yeah, it's legal.
Right,
That's
'cause
crazy.
it's not real weed.
You
No,
just go get high with your parole officer at
Dude,
the.
it's
Marcus-
it's
Marcus comes up to me, he goes, hey, do you want to hit this? And I was like, is it like weed from here or is it like weed from home? And you were like, why does everyone keep asking me that? It's
Yeah.
it's weed. Smoke it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Do you want to smoke it? I'm smoking
You know,
it.
at one point you go, look, I don't care. I'll smoke it.
Yeah, I'm not offering it because I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But that's a weird thing now in Texas with the legality ambiguity. You know what I mean?
Don't
And
make up words, Marcus.
No, that's not. Both of those are real
Both of
words.
those are real words.
The ambiguity of the legality
I
of
don't-
the cannabis.
I don't like that. Would you just make a PB
Hey
and J in your
man,
mouth? What
how
the hell?
about this? It's kind of confusing to know what's real and what's not legal weed, man. It's like, what is CBD and all these letters and shit? Is that dumber for you?
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Was that dumb enough for
Yeah, I
the
had to-
for the
had to sit
audience?
down to my level.
Sorry, audience, for using.
After I almost died.
I
from hitting
used
Genevieve's
back-to-back
blood.
3-syllable words
What are
in
you,
that.
some kind of lawyer or something?
Yeah. I don't like
Hey,
all these
you
fucking
might need
big
that.
words that you're using.
I'm sorry. Cannabis too big of a word?
Well, that one's
Wade?
that's a classic.
Pot.
Okay, pot. There we go.
My dad
So,
still calls it dope.
I like the word pot. I think pot's a great
You
word.
And boys down there smoking dope.
Yeah, but it's dope A. It's
Yeah, it's dope A.
it's
Yeah.
Delta dope.
It's dope E because
Oh,
it's fucking lame.
Dope 8. Dope 8.
Yeah, Delta dope, dude.
When I went up to New York like a year ago, they had it was 2 years ago really. They had like Delta, 3 years ago. They had Delta 8, Delta 10, Delta 11, and 12, and 13.
Well, what are those ones?
That's what I said. I was like, "What's the difference?" I wonder what the difference is because there's got to be something a little different, right?
I think Delta 8 is like it was good, and then they were
Can you
like
pull up
Delta
what
9.
Delta 12 is?
Delta 8 wasn't good though. It made me feel like I was
Yeah,
like
Delta
this.
8 sucks. All that shit that's not regular, just
Okay,
weed,
buddy.
weed, I don't like any of that crap.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Delta 8.
Delta 8 and Delta 10 are both types of THC found in trace amounts in cannabis plants.
Yeah.
But the key difference is the location of a double bond on their carbon chain, with Delta 8 having the double bond on the 8th carbon atom and Delta 10 on the 10th, leading to slightly different psychoactive effects, where users often describe Delta 8 as more relaxing, Delta 10 as a more energizing. Both are considered milder than the more potent Delta 9. So Delta 9 is the good stuff.
So what I'm trying to get at, it's like a movie series where the second one is the best one, right?
That's not a thing. That's Space Delta 12.
Bro, I was smoking on Delta 14.
You were
dude.
smoking moon weed. Fucking Elon Musk weed.
It's like the Fast and the Furious
Wait, there
series.
is a Delta 12?
There's no scientific evidence to support the existence of Delta 12. So they were
That
selling
means
you.
there's Delta
I was
12.
smoking fentanyl.
Yeah,
dude.
they were giving you just what they had in the back. They were just like,
in Long
But that's
Island.
my thing, dude. I've always been smoking what's in the back. I'm a shake guy. I went to a
Yeah.
dispensary.
You're right.
I went to a dispensary in Los Angeles, and I was like, "Do you guys have shake?" And they showed me a bag. I'm like, "Do you guys have like cheaper shake?" And they were like, "I mean, yeah, we have this one, $30 an
you were
ounce."
like, that's the one.
And the guy, this is a quote. The guy was like, "This stuff is great for making edibles." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna smoke this." And he looked at me and was like, "What?" And I said, "I'm gonna smoke this." And he goes, "Let me know how that goes." And I came back a week later. I'm like, "You have more of that shit you said I couldn't smoke?" He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I was like,
He was
"Yeah."
just like, man.
Well, what was funny was I would roll up at the open mics in L.A. with these fucking blunts of that shit, and I just smoke it and pass it around. People are like, "Dude,
you know what?
what? This shit is good. I'm high as fuck."
Oh, they
I'm
liked
like,
it.
They loved it because it was like a throwback. Like, oh, shitty weed and a fat blunt, dude. What is
Yeah.
this? The '70s? I'm getting high, and I'm like, yeah, you're getting high. You're taking huge hits out of a fat blunt.
Right.
And it
Plus,
was
there's
all, like,
plus
What are we
the-
talking
plus
about?
the nicotine in the wrap.
Plus the
too.
nicotine, the and this is shake from like modern day 2019 weed, man.
Right.
Yeah.
This shit was 19% THC, between 15 and 20%, give or take.
Right.
It's not nothing.
Yeah, it's not like
still
it's shake
stronger
from
than
90s weed.
Well, yeah, it's still stronger than probably
Brick
most
weed.
weed from the 70s.
Right.
Brickweed. That,
And yeah.
And all in all, you spent $12.
you guys remember brickweed, right? Where you would literally go to the dude's house and he would like break a piece off, and it would be just compacted,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and you actually had to pick out stems and seeds.
Dirt
from it.
weed.
Yeah,
I knew-
just,
Literally
yeah,
just
dirt
dirt
Mexican
on it.
brickweed.
I
That's
bought
what
that
it
a
was
couple
all
years
together,
ago.
bro. Dirt.
Yeah, dude, horrible. And, dude, I was thinking about this yesterday.
I love dirt
I
weed.
once bought. I remember I used to buy pounds of that shit and go sell QPs and stuff, and like I would buy a pound for $200.
What's the statute of limitation on these stories?
Oh well,
Have
dude,
we- have
this
we
was
done
when
these yet?
I was fucking 18.
Last time I was on
Yeah.
here, you if the statute of limitation was up, they could pull up right now and get your ass.
No.
They
Yeah,
tore
the
those
stories you
statues
told me last
down.
time I
Oh,
was
that
on the
was
phone.
also from when I was 18 and 19. The
How old are you now?
the Pepsi challenge and all that stuff.
The Pepsi challenge has nothing to do with fucking Pepsi.
but yeah, that was all. And I already served my time over that. So fuck you.
No double jeopardy.
Yeah, you can't get you ain't getting me like you got OJ.
Oh, I thought you almost said you can't get yin yang, didn't like not knowing what it meant.
Can't
Just
get
using
yin-yang?
yin-yang
I
to
was
do it.
like, is double jeopardy too big of a legal term for this podcast?
Yes.
What the fuck?
But no, I definitely all my crazy stories are over 10 years old.
okay, so
Except for the smuggling all those drugs into Australia.
Is that 12 years old?
No, that's on. I went there in 2019.
So you're cutting that or what?
Well, allegedly,
allegedly.
Jesus
I allegedly smuggled drugs.
You're an idiot.
That's what they say.
You are a fucking idiot.
Also, what are the chances of me going back before it's time's up on that? You know.
Well, I
Not-
think it's
not very likely.
international.
yeah,
think
it's
that you could
international
also be
waters, man.
So that's even
Oh,
better.
I was smoking Delta 9 on international waters, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you, worst weed I've ever smoked in Australia.
I bet.
They called it bushweed.
Yeah, I bet.
Bushweed.
Bushweed.
You know what was
So,
funny?
We don't smoke weed. We just got some bushweed.
The first time I went to Amsterdam, I get to the hostel, and there's a Canadian guy who also just flew in, and he's also staying in the same room. And he's like, we kind of get there at the same time. He unzips his bag, and he's like, he scrapes up a little bit of weed. He's like, dude, do you want to smoke this? I brought this from Canada. I was like,
We're in
why?
Amsterdam.
I was like, why the fuck would you bring weed from Canada? And by the way,
British Columbia.
it's like fucking loose, shaking up.
Right.
It's not even like nugs of anything. I'm like, what the? He's like, I just thought it'd be cool. I was like, all right, dude. And I was like, why don't we go buy some? And then we
Yeah,
went.
let's
And
go to a
then,
coffee shop.
yeah, and then from there, the night just got crazy. We met some Irish guys. It's the whole thing. Amsterdam's
Yeah.
wild every
Yeah,
time.
Foreign whites.
They say British Columbia.
Well, he
has
was
the best
Canadian
pot.
and he
That's
was
a
black,
foreign white.
but he was black.
Oh, gotcha.
And then the Irish guys were white, and Amsterdam was just.
You know what's
Man.
what's fun is when you meet a black person from a very white dominant country, but they have the same accent.
Uh-huh.
I think that's really like if you meet a black Irish guy.
Oh, I was thought you were gonna
It's
say
hilarious.
black Chinese man.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
No.
My
They
whole,
have the
my whole
eyes
goal was
too.
to stump you with it. Make you
They
think
have the
about
eyes.
I don't know about that, Mason. I was talking about the accent.
Oh.
There's a
We're
guy who
talking about
plays
the
for the
accent.
Lakers.
I thought you meant like.
No,
the
there's a
facial
guy.
sh-
There's a guy who plays for the Lakers who's half black, half Japanese.
What's his name? Let's see him.
It's I think it's Hachimura or something. I don't know his first name.
Did you think if there was just like
He's really
some,
good.
some
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like
he's
a-
in the NBA.
Yeah, but you can be in the NBA and be a bad NBA player.
I think the worst NBA player is still pretty good.
No, but I mean relative to the NBA. Rui Hachimura.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just looks more like a black guy.
He is a black guy. He's half Japanese, so he's kind of got
Is he from
Chinese
Japan, though?
eyes. Huh?
Oh, yeah, he's
He's got
born in
nice
Japan.
hair.
Okay. Well,
He went to a school. He went to
He's
high
from
school in Japan.
Toyama, Japan.
and then he went to Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga's
Dude,
in,
you know,
that's
I'm-
an. By the way, that's an American. That's Gonzaga is in America.
Oh.
See, knew I had to explain.
That's
Click on
hilarious.
Gonzaga just
It
so you.
says
It's,
Japan.
yeah, but Gonzaga College.
Oh.
Gonzaga's in where?
Gonzaga.
Georgia.
No, it's in Washington, Spokane, Washington.
Okay. Why do you know that? Oh, you're a
No,
basketball
no,
guy.
but I knew that would be confusing because
Yeah, I just
Gonzaga
assumed it was-
in the context of a black Japanese guy, I knew the term Gonzaga would appear Japanese to you.
Japan
so I
is
needed
the
to point
only-
that out.
Japan is the only like Oriental type country that I would want to go to.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't want to go to China.
Well, China's communist. Sure, yeah, I get that.
But you know what I mean? Like I don't want to go to any except for like I would go to Amsterdam.
Not Oriental.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I would go there. But I'm saying as far as the like, 'cause
What white countries would you not go to?
like I wouldn't want to go to the ones that aren't predominantly speaking English.
It was funny. I thought you were immediately going to say England.
No, I would go to England.
Oh,
I would love
England
to go to
sucks.
London.
You would like it. Though.
I
You can get
want to go to
hammered.
Ireland.
England's
I
awesome.
absolutely love Australia. I spent 3 weeks there.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it every minute. Of it.
So
I would go
Italy.
I would Italy. I would go to Italy. Yeah, because I love Italian food.
Italian.
Dude, imagine going to Italy with
I would love to go to
fucking
No, it's
Mason.
Italy and then Italian.
I know, but imagine going there with Mason. Come on.
Oh,
I'd
dude.
like to do all the Mediterranean countries.
I would go to Greece. Yeah, I would go to Greece.
Morocco.
I would
Um,
not go to Greece.
No, Morocco's a little bit
I'd go to
too,
Morocco
like,
before I go to Greece. I don't want to go to Greece.
Morocco's like
Nope.
right?
No. A maraca is an instrument that you kind of sounds like. Morocco is northwest Africa. It's basically, it is like this far. It's so close to the south tip of Spain. Yeah. So that's Morocco,
Oh,
right?
okay. But they're
And that's
speaking
Spain.
Arabic there, though, right?
They speak a lot of French too.
So I have a
Spanish,
friend that I'm
probably,
convinced
right?
is a
Lot
FBI
of
undercover
French.
agent because he knows like 7 languages, but
Uh-huh.
but some of those languages are like Arabic
Yeah.
and like kind of like the enemy language, you know. And I'm pretty sure because he leaves for months at a time.
Yeah.
And I won't hear from him, and then he'll be back and he'll be like, "Yeah, I was in Jordan for 6 months."
Wow.
And he won't admit it, but I think he's a spy.
He might be.
Yeah, I met him. He went to.
And if he was, he wouldn't admit it.
I met him when I lived in Boston, and
Uh-huh.
he went to Brandeis, which is a very like
Yeah.
prestigious, like it's like a Jew school, but it's
yeah.
for only really.
Do you know why?
Because they have all the money.
No, buddy. Louis Brandeis. Can we look up Louis or Louise?
You know about the college I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, I know about the guy, Louis Brandeis. He was the first Jewish like Supreme Court justice or whatever.
How did you know that?
Because I fucking paid attention in school. I do be
They
reading.
did
you
not
go to
cover
school
the
in
first Jewish court.
Hey,
Yeah, they
yeah,
did.
no, I'm with Phillip. I don't know why that would be.
You
a
went
thing.
looking for this information.
Yeah.
You were like, when
No,
did they
we
get
learned about
involved?
this in school.
Is this because you went to school in Germany and they
No,
were,
I
they
went
used-
to
they
school
made
in
you feel
America.
bad about stuff?
No, this is because in school we learned about stuff. Louis Brandeis was like a fucking important justice. So yeah, we learned about that. So when you brought up the school, and I was like, oh, Brandeis School in Boston.
No,
it's
I
probably
mean-
named after Louis Brandeis.
What
and then
year?
you said it's a big Jew school, and I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's named after the first
No,
Jewish
I mean, I'm
Supreme
impressed.
Court
It's pretty
justice.
cool.
I know, right? Now back to Morocco.
Well, no. Also, I was gonna say, did you go to school in Germany, or did you?
No, I moved here when I was 5.
Oh, okay.
I went to preschool in Germany.
What do they call that over there?
It was kindergarten.
Priestess.
Why do you think they name it kindergarten here?
Because it sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
You
right?
say it the way
It's the
that
best
they
part about
say it.
English.
I just did.
Do it again.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Sounds like you didn't go to kindergarten. Sounds like you did a short bus to kindergarten.
You ever have Kinder Chocolate, the Kinder chocolates?
I don't like chocolate.
I bet you don't. All right.
Kinder.
You never had those? Or like
I
the
love
Bueno?
Kinder.
Well, you don't like any chocolate. I got you. Okay.
Spoon.
Sorry.
You know what I do like? I like a good little lentil ball, like the
Nutella?
white one.
Lint.
Lint? Is it lentil?
Lint.
Lint. Yeah,
Yeah.
the white one.
Swiss chocolate.
Oh, those are
Swiss
good.
chocolate's good.
Yeah, I spent I've spent about 20. I had a 28-hour layover in Sweden,
Sweden. I've never been to
and it
Sweden.
was beautiful. It was so clean.
I bet.
Just everyone was so nice. The only annoying thing is they can just close whenever they like a bar or like a restaurant. If they don't feel like working, they'll just close,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "We be back tomorrow."
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
It's kind of annoying. I mean, there should be some rules.
They have rules.
Well, it's like their whole country kind of like.
the right of the
theirs.
business to close.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I mean,
imagine you're at work, right?
well, I
and
was
it's
a tourist,
slow, and you're like,
wanted
I
to
don't
get
want
something to eat.
Okay,
But the fucking place was closed because they didn't feel like working.
that place was closed. Was
But
that
I'm
the
just
only
saying,
place
that's
to
like-
get food?
We ended up finding some food, but
I
I,
bet-
wanted,
yeah,
and then
you
I tried to
found
get I tried
food.
to get a tattoo.
Oh, and you
were-
couldn't get.
Motherfuckers
But
were closed at 2:00.
PM?
Yeah.
Tattoo places?
Yeah.
They open late or what?
No, it was just I went to get a tattoo and it was closed, and it was like 1 in the afternoon.
maybe they were getting lunch.
What was the weather like?
It was beautiful. It was very. Besides that little annoying thing, and you can't buy booze after 6. That was also gay.
Yeah, but there's like American places that have
Yeah, it's
rules
because
like
it's
that.
utopia. Everything. It's why they're also allowed to take off
No,
work.
no, no,
Swedish
no.
businesses
Mason.
often close earlier than in other countries because of a strong cultural emphasis on work-life balance.
Yeah.
Now, prioritize their personal time and strictly separate it from the professional life, leading to shorter work hours and businesses closing early in the evening.
Germany's kind of like that.
heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them, but when you're just visiting and you want to get a meatball, like, or you know,
That's
I'm-
I would close early too if Mason was in town looking for meatballs. I'd be like,
Everyone's
Every
just
Swedish
everyone's
guy's
just
like,
behind
I
the
gotta-
bar, like,
Well-
don't move, don't move. He'll
he'll
hear
see you. He's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If
Don't
you don't
move.
move, he
It's
can't
just
see
one
you.
America. Hello, anybody in here?
Hey, I'm here for only 24 hours.
he's
I
looking
want
for
one of them Swedish meatballs
Oh,
you
he's
guys are
looking
talking
for
about
the
all the
meatball.
time.
One of the southern ones.
I've only had it out of a box.
Oh, God.
out of a box.
Balls out of a
At
box.
IKEA.
It was.
Had to make it myself.
Dude, I've been making a shit ton of hamburger helper lately.
I bet.
I like to make hamburger helper tacos with
Ah.
Wonder Bread.
I like how you went from world traveler to I've been making a shit ton of hamburger helper.
Dude, I've been
recently.
eating at home a lot these last few months. I've been killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You look good.
Been making steaks, yeah, and I've
Nice.
reeled it in on the drinking so much. Dude.
Really.
Good.
Yeah. I
Still
detox-
drinking right now though.
Well, it's a podcast.
Look, you don't get that.
You do what do you do? 3-4 podcasts a week?
2.
We've been arguing about that. on our
Actually,
pod
it
for a
depends.
year.
If it's
Shit,
drilling,
two's
drilling,
still a lot.
drilling banjos, we do two at a time, but then we don't record again for another 2 weeks.
So every other week you're recording three
Three.
podcasts, so you're getting shit faced 3 times a week.
I don't get shit faced. I'm totally.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm gonna take Bill for a walk.
And then what?
Nope. Sit.
Yeah,
I
you
meant to
fucked
spell
up.
it.
I
Yeah.
had that set up 20 minutes ago. I was
meant
going
to
to get
spell
you
it.
to say that.
He
and
said
get the dog
talk.
excited.
Yeah,
Talk.
WALK, and then cook. Oh wait. Oh, I think I got to go to HEB today.
Dude,
I
the
think
new
I just ran
HEB
out of
opened
food.
by my place, and now I just get to stop by.
Are
every
you at the
time
one on Congress, the new one? I heard that one is awesome.
Yeah, I
I
just
go to
pull
Mueller.
Yeah.
You want to hear something interesting? Germany would not have grocery stores open on Sundays a lot of the time.
Oh, why? They're like, you should have planned accordingly.
Yes. Literally. They're like,
Sorry, you are
why
going to
should
be
the
hungry
grocery,
today.
why
Oh,
should the
very
people
hungry.
who work in the store have to work on a Sunday because you fucking forgot to get food?
Yeah.
That's your fucking fault.
I mean, I disagree, but
Well,
like-
yeah, I know. That's what
it's like
American mindset is so like, why I should be able to buy everything all the time, always, forever.
yeah.
And then, then the flip side of that is like, I hate working weekends.
Right.
It's like, well, yeah. Why do you think you got to work on a weekend?
It's like
because I want to
Chick-fil-A.
go do every
Right.
constantly.
Because I woke up today and I want to get food.
Because in America, if you want to have shit all the time, we got a thing delivered today. Amazon.
Mm.
Boom. Got it. Delivered.
I mean, America's number one.
in delivery for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
got
not
some
delivery,
annoying
it's-
shit.
it's-
Yeah,
but
I
Declaration of
think I pay
Independence.
3 memberships a month. to have free delivery.
Landesschlussgesetz. Yeah.
what is
It's not
this?
free delivery then, is it?
In the Federal Republic of Germany.
Ladenschlussgesetz,
Yes, you
yeah.
read this one.
Ladenschutzgesetz. Schlussgesetz. Fuck. I'm
It
high
means
as
shop
fuck.
closing law.
Yeah.
Ladenschlussgesetz.
Oh, wait.
Compelling retail stores to close on
Ladenschluss.
Sundays and Christian holidays, right? Yeah.
Wow. Say it one more time.
Ladenschlussgesetz.
Wow. You
That
say
which-
it's so scary.
All of Germany is like
Ladenschlussgesetz.
Chick-fil-A, but instead of the gays, it's
Say it.
the
You
yeah.
Hey,
say
say
it.
it fast and angry.
Ladenschlussgesetz.
We're off. We're
Heute
off work.
ist
Clock
Sonntag,
out.
du willst
Everybody clock
einkaufen
out.
gehen?
Everybody clock out.
Hast du nicht von dem Ladenschlussgesetz gehört?
Oh,
I'll put it down. I don't know what I
Sorry.
was doing. I don't even know why I came in today.
I was just trying to get eggs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did live by a store that was open on Sundays, and they had air conditioning, and
Yeah.
people were like, "This place is crazy."
Would you know the saying, how could you buy eggs? How could you not respect Ladenschlussgesetz in German?
Wait, so have you
Put it in
lived,
full
have you lived in
context.
Germany as an adult?
Yeah, I worked over there when I was 21. I'm
For
trying to
how
think.
long
What am
were
I?
you there for?
Du wolltest heute Eier kaufen. Hast du kein?
It's scary.
It is
like
kind of
he's-
Hast du nie von den Ladenschlussgesetz gehört?
It's like he's an orc
Are
from
you
Lord of the
pretty
Rings.
fluent? In
Yeah, I'm tripping on what was it you were trying to get me to say again?
How could you buy eggs on Sunday?
I know,
and
but-
you not respect.
Oh,
gluten?
the not respect part of the.
It's so scary.
How long did you live there?
Well, I moved when I was 5 here, and then I worked there for when I was 20 and 21 over the summer. I worked over there, so that's when I lived by the Rewe grocery store that was open on Sundays.
The Rhine.
So
But the
your
Aldi and the Lidl, because Aldi, you've been to Aldi?
what
Yeah.
is that?
Aldi, it's a grocery store. It's a German grocery store. They have it here
Oh,
now
no.
too. It's just discounted, super cheap, really
Old
cheap.
meats?
It's like Dollar
No,
General
it's not
for
old
Germans.
meats. It's just they
Old
don't
meats.
have the every
Have
like.
yourself a Wiener Schnitzel.
No.
It's only a couple of months old.
It's not old.
It sounded
meats,
Irish
dude.
there at the end.
At
It
the
did.
end.
It's not old meats. It's like
Open
80%
the
of the shit there is like their house brand. So they don't have like 85 brands of everything.
Oh, okay.
It's just like we have this. Do you
It's
want
like
that?
Costco kind of.
It's
but
like the opposite of
smaller.
Costco.
So,
Yeah.
was your first language was German?
Yes.
Cool. That's awesome. And when you
Just
call
a-
when you call your mom, do you speak German?
I do.
Cool.
We
Call
fa-
her. Let's call her on
No,
the
we're
pod.
not calling her on
It's
the pod.
scary.
Call her and ask her how she's doing.
No,
I
it's
want-
Sunday. She's closed.
Oh. Luden Stokovitz
It is
or
You
whatever.
know, yeah, Ludenstokovitz.
Luden Stokovitz.
What was it again?
That's
Lagercaster?
the first
Ladenschlussgesetz.
Supreme Court justice that was a Jew, right?
Yeah,
It's Luden Stokovitz.
Jeez.
And his best friend was Louis Brandeis or whatever.
There you
Oh,
go.
there it is. Yeah,
Good
you
callback. You're paying attention. Nice. Yeah, no. What are we talking about? Sundays.
Yeah, and how,
Go in Sweden, yeah.
Oh, well, dude, you know what pisses me off here? Liquor stores are closed on Sundays. That's fucking gay.
Well, that's
But
the
you
same.
can still
but
go
it's
buy
kinda-
beer at a gas station.
Well,
But
there's
you know
nothing
what-
wrong with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what?
But you
I don't
should
know.
not be getting
Hey,
You
fucked
shouldn't
up
be
all
getting
liquor
whiskey on a
Lord's Day.
Sunday.
hey, but here's the thing. Like, I don't know how it was in Boston or in Arkansas.
Boston was open on Sundays.
So in Michigan, you can buy liquor at a gas station at 2 a.m. on a Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking like.
That sounds like heaven. You think fucking closed
So
on...
I've kind of had the best
does
of both
sound
worlds.
terrible.
You know what I mean? I've had a little bit of both.
Dude, I've never been to Detroit. I heard it's coming back. I heard that they're making it nice again and like trying to like revamp it.
They're making
Is
downtown.
that not true? Or?
I mean,
The Lions
downtown.
are just having a good season, is what
That's
you're
oh
happening.
really?
hearing. Yeah.
My
I mean,
mom
they
goes there
just-
for work like every 6
They
months.
renovated
Oh, wow.
a bunch of shit downtown, but then they also fucked up like the flow of traffic on one thing by making a little closing off where two major streets connect to make it
Closing
like a,
off. That was the other Supreme Court judge.
Closing off.
John
Yeah.
closing off.
Yeah. He was Roe v. Wade. He was the deciding vote.
Y'all ever been to St. Louis? St. Louis? Anything
I've been
like
to St.
Detroit?
Louis.
Is it like Detroit at all? You said you never been. Right?
I've been to St. Louis.
You been to Detroit?
No.
I've been to St. Louis, yeah.
I went
the
up in the. We
It's
went
a little
up,
different.
We rode the little elevator up in the arch, and,
Oh.
and then when you get up to the top, it's like obviously you're curved,
Right.
but they have these like a big platform, but you like crawl on it and you lay on it and you can look down and you can feel.
That's creepy.
You can feel it sway.
That's creepy.
In the wind.
Fuck
Fuck
that.
no.
It was nuts.
Hell no.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I don't like that.
No, it was really fun. I was probably like 8 years old, 8 or 9.
Oh, then you didn't have the existential dread of knowing that you were going to die at any moment.
Yeah, when you're that young, it's like well, surely they said this is safe.
Yeah. They wouldn't have built this then.
You couldn't get me to go in it now.
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, and also I had my shoes were stinky at the time, and I was in you ride in these little pods, these little
Yeah.
elevators, and the strangers in the elevator were like had their shirts covering their noses because my shoes smelled so bad.
Old Stinky Shoe Smith.
Yeah. Old
Pap-
Mason Stinky
old
Shoe
Papal
Smith. Yeah. I got a Papal Smith joint we could smoke.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting. Where the fuck?
I've
we're
been
talking
to
about Sweden.
Indianapolis too. I forget about this.
Indianapolis, good
Interesting
times.
city.
Played
not very,
baseball in Indy.
Small.
Yeah.
Small town.
Yeah, it's not a big city.
But sprawling suburbs. is what
Sure.
it is.
It's
I
the-
had a
it's the
fried pork
Midwest.
chop- fried pork chop sandwich was what they
Yeah.
said the thing of the town was in Indianapolis.
Goddamn right.
Pickles and a lightly breaded pork chop Fred between a bun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I would not eat it again.
Well, you're used to this Texas style fucking barbecue sauce on everything and fucking eating 10 goddamn cows at once.
You can get some goddamn phenomenal macaroni and cheese here, though.
Yeah.
In these barbecue spots.
You're
Dude,
not
have you ever
wrong.
been to L.A. barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You ever picked up queso from H-E-B and made it?
No.
It's just half a cup of milk. You pour it in there, throw it in the oven, and it's like better than restaurant queso at your house.
Oh, hell, is that from the True Barbecue H-E-B, though?
No,
it's
it's
just
the
in
little
the-
section by the
Dude, it's
rotisserie chicken.
real.
You know how they got the cold section by
I
the
love a
rotisserie chicken?
rotisserie chicken, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, fresh made tortillas, dude. You could go and get a rotisserie chicken, fresh made tortillas, and pico de gallo, and just be like a deviant with some avocado salsa.
Deviante.
Deviante.
Diablo.
Diablo.
Diablo. That means devil, right?
Diablo means fighting chicken or something like that.
No, I thought it meant devil.
That's a step.
There was a Lamborghini on the drive down here. Matte black, like the fucking Batmobile, dude. And he was going slow. I hate that
It's
shit.
probably an old man.
I don't know. I was blacked out. I couldn't tell. The whole thing was the blacked out windows. I couldn't see. I passed him up. I passed up a Lamborghini
In your little...
in my little fucking 4-cylinder Honda.
Go sit down.
Yeah, my goddamn Mr. Bean car. And you know who Mr. Bean is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, thank God. Whew.
I just tried to hit the mic. I don't know if any of y'all saw that, but I went.
Damn.
Nice. Here's that.
But yeah, dude, Lamborghini driving slow never makes sense to me.
Is this like from home? Or
Or is this
Oh,
from
yeah,
here?
yeah. No, that's Delta 7.
Oh, the D7? You got to look at it like the
Bill.
Fast and the Furious movies,
Bill.
all right? Yeah, there's a lot of them, okay? But at the end of the day, are you trying to watch Too Fast, Too Furious with Ludacris? Or do you just want to see cars go fast, man?
Yeah, right.
Because
Dude,
I'm just trying to get high. Just
what-
give me something to smoke.
What was your favorite Fast and... I just recently watched all 10 a couple months ago.
all 10, Mason?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen all 10. I've seen 1, 2, and 7.
Well, 7 is where it gets real stupid when they go into space. They're
Okay,
literally...
then not 7. The one where he dies and they have the song 6?
That-
When I see you again.
The what?
We always get to talking about Fast and the Furious, I think, when I come on.
Oh, really?
I don't know, but I feel
The one
that-
where Paul
The one
Walker
where
is-
Luda- the one where Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson go into space
No.
is 6 or 7.
With what's her name?
No, just them, and then they blow up and they
Charlize-
look like
No.
minions.
No. I'm
Charlize
talking.
Theron is
Whatever the
villain.
one where they have
the
the
10th
song.
Where she kidnaps Vin Diesel's kid,
No, because
or the ninth.
you're
That might be
right.
the 9th one.
in the latest one, Vin Diesel fires the director because he refuses to upstage him to make him look taller than everybody else. for some shots because they're like, it's going to cost
Well,
way too much.
he
Then he goes,
he puts
"You're
platforms.
fired."
Yeah.
then the
You're
rest
not
of the movie-
family.
Yeah. You can tell because the rest of the movie is just kind of like spiraling out of control to the point where it's him and his son dive bombing his car off the dam.
And he picks him up out of the car and parachutes with him. Yeah, that one really
What's going on?
It's garbage.
Did you hear what he
dude.
said recently? I think we just got to get back to our roots, and it's just got to be about street racing
And family.
It's like you're gonna go from.
Yeah.
So you get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna go from fucking space cars back to, dude, nice GRX.
Let's race for slips.
Yeah, let's race for. All you need is Uzi drive-bys.
Dude, you know what? You know what bothered me? I don't know why they didn't just instead of pretending. So if you'll remember, in the 9th or 10th one, Mia comes, the Paul Walker's wife, and that he has the kids with in the original ones. And dude, she comes to help Vin Diesel and goes, yeah, Brian. Brian needed to stay home with the kids, but I couldn't let you do this alone. And it's like, all right, so now we're living in a world where Brian O'Connor is going to be the one that stays at home with the kids while you come out and do the action movie with Vin Diesel. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Why wouldn't they have just killed him off? Instead of pretending that he's alive, but he's just not around.
I have so much
They
catching
always
up
just
to do.
pretended that Brian was just not around. After he died in real life,
Yeah.
they kept him alive in the movie, but he was just never available.
Oh right, he drove the other way.
Yeah, like he pulls
Well,
up.
that's the last one I saw. That's what I was
That's
trying to
Fast
say.
7.
That one.
Yeah.
When I see you again.
But either way,
And they
either
never
way.
see him again.
I saw that on
But
my
what
16th
I'm saying
birthday.
is they still refer to him in the movies as if he's still real.
Well,
The
they didn't want to kill him, man.
Look at this right here. Brian O'Connor shaped hole in the franchise. We all love and respect Paul Walker, but because they decided to keep the character alive, you have to wonder, when all of these villains appear, do they never think, oh, let's go for the retired dad looking after Dom's nephews? Exactly.
Have
Couldn't
you
said it
seen-
better myself?
In the latest one where they do the damn one, the opening scene, they use Paul Walker's scanned image. Remember that in the bank heist thing? It's crazy because it's like the first utilization apparently of like a full-bodied.
Well, they use his brothers. The
his
brother
likeness.
is the.
I heard that.
Yeah, they
Oh.
used his brother in 7 to complete some of his
complete the
scenes.
movie.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
so I
I
wonder
did
if
hear
they.
that.
But
Yeah,
by 11, they had the technology to just graphically put Paul Walker.
and that's
in
why I
the
don't
movie.
watch him anymore.
No, dude, trust me.
You
Self-
watched Jurassic Park, Marcus.
Oh, Jurassic Park is different.
Yeah, that's
Those are-
historic.
Prehistoric.
I forgot who I'm arguing
There we
with
go.
here.
Yeah, buddy.
But hey,
I don't got
it's
a beard.
2-on-1. Don't move
after Fast
from
Five,
the sides.
Fast Five was the last good Fast and the Furious movie.
I hear that a lot.
After that, those suck, dude.
I thought Fast 6 was kind of work.
And then also, and I don't even count Tokyo Drift.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I hear it's like it's a one-off. It's a standalone.
So they try to
It is,
pretend
it's
that it's a
sick.
prequel to
Okay.
to Fast 6 or 5 when the Asian dude dies.
Sure.
And then when Vin Diesel shows up at the end of Tokyo Drift and he does the whole
He gets roped into the Tokyo drifting scene.
they tie that in later.
Turns into an
Got it.
international.
Into
Well, I
Japan.
like that.
Into
I like that they
Japan.
do that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they brought back the dude that died, and
Got
and that so no. Tokyo Drift was supposed to be in the future, and then they tie it back in like 6 or 7 when Vin Diesel goes to
Yeah.
Japan
Whoa.
or Tokyo. Wait, is Tokyo China or Japan?
It is Japan.
Japan, yeah.
Trust your instinct.
What's the one in China?
Beijing.
What's the big Chinese town?
Beijing.
You sure?
There's also Shanghai.
Shanghai, yeah.
There's
so
also
Tokyo
Hong
is Japan.
Kong.
Hong Kong, that's what I'm trying to think. Now that's China, right?
All 3 of the ones that you asked were China.
But Tokyo
were China.
is Japan.
Tokyo's Japan.
So I would go there. I would probably be really hungry the whole time because you can't smoke weed there
Where?
in Japan.
Okay.
But I would.
So you'd be
I would-
hungry the whole time?
Yeah, because
'Cause
like
you're not
I'm a
high.
picky eater, and if I can't be high, I'm not going to be that adventurous with eating.
They have McDonald's.
Yeah, but it's got to taste different, you know.
We'll never know.
Australia, I had McDonald's in Australia. Everything tasted just a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Their Sprite, their Gatorade,
Yeah.
everything was a little off.
You know why?
And they limit your alcohol consumption there.
Oh.
Like, so for example, Sailor Jerry's rum here in America is 92 proof.
Yep.
So it's like 47% alcohol.
Yeah.
Over there, nothing goes above 80 proof. So
Yeah.
nothing's above 40% alcohol.
I mean, that's probably fine.
And then the beers, you can't really get high octane beers like you can here.
Yeah, that's
Um,
high octane beer is insane, bro. You're
I-
not supposed to drink beer.
I
that's
love a bourbon
10
barrel ale, dude. Have you ever had
What-
a
what
Backwoods
percent is that?
Bastard?
I don't know what percent is that.
11.
That's retarded,
Only comes in a 4-pack.
Mason. That's not beer.
Yeah, it's great. They're
It's
so
not
good.
beer though.
Yeah, it's a
Beer
it's a-
is supposed to be at like a 5% clip. Miller Lite. What is
you don't
Miller
know.
Lite?
You don't even drink. You
4.2%.
don't get to say.
I used to drink a lot, dipshit.
Oh yeah, you said that.
I
you
used
had-
to drink a whole
What
one
was
of
your-
those fucking packs.
What was your?
it was a
What
bad
would?
one.
I wouldn't offer people Miller Lite. You know why? Because I wanted them for later when they left.
Because you're nasty.
Yeah.
Because you're nasty.
It's because you're a nasty man.
I know beer. Don't give me no fucking you don't know beer.
You like-
Fuck you.
Ah,
I was sipping foam off my daddy's beer while you were still sucking your mom's tit. How about that?
Jesus, Marcus is on some I hit overtime by Tuesday shit right
Yeah.
now. My sandpaper uses my hands.
I quit drinking before you started.
No, I'm older than you.
Exactly. And I drank for 9 years.
Uh,
No, I drank a lot of beer. Beer's supposed to be like 5%, but Miller's 4.2%, right?
I
Check
think
it.
it's 4.7
Check it.
or 4.2. You might be right.
I bet I am. Miller Lite.
Oh yeah, just Google it.
Yeah, God forbid you have a can. Yeah, 4.2%. Yeah.
So one time, so I worked on this weed farm out in Southern Oregon for
Mm-hmm.
one harvest year,
Okay.
and I send the guy. There's a guy that goes around and he's like, I'm going to town. What kind of beer do you want me to get you? Because they would supply us with our beer.
Yeah.
And I go, I want a 30-pack of Miller Lite. This motherfucker comes back, and I go, that doesn't look right. Those look weird. And I look at it, and he bought me these Miller Lights that were 2.5%. I was furious, dude.
Oh.
Because it wasn't easy to get back to town. It was like a long drive.
Yeah.
And, dude, I was like, you are a fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
You fucking
What were those
goober.
called? What was 2.
It was like Miller Ultra Light or something.
Okay.
The ones that
Yeah,
had.
Oh,
dude.
Miller 64.
But is this the 2.5% beer?
Extra
yeah,
light.
dude. I was so
To
angry.
Miller 64.
You know-
you remember those commercials?
Yeah, I do.
They
Yeah.
tried this. They tried this for a couple years because I have a bit about Lone Star 24/7. No. Yeah, 2.2% alcohol.
Yeah.
I almost
So
said
it's-
the joke.
Oh, I don't give a shit. But it's like the same thing. They tried. It's funny that all of the brands tried this for a couple years and they realized
Yeah.
that no one wants weaker than light beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Let's give them light beer, but
Dog,
only
I'm,
weaker.
that's
So
what
they
I'm
made
telling
those.
you. And they all.
This is
But
5%.
those are 5%.
Yeah.
There's an optimal.
those
Dude,
fuck
they've
my
been
body
brewing
up.
beer for 1,000 fucking years, dude. They know what they're not Miller, but they, just in general, they
It's a
know
fine
what they're
Pilsner.
doing. It is a fine pilsner. It
Official
is
beer
a
of the Dallas
fine
Cowboys, actually.
Pilsner.
I don't know if it says it on
It
there,
is.
but it does. It's official.
That's
beer.
not official of the Cowboys.
It is the official beer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
not
people know
those
that.
ones.
No, these ones are.
I won't buy those ones.
Yeah, he won't buy those. That's why,
Why?
he got an
Because
18 pack.
football's for fucking losers.
I
Yeah.
like your word choice.
I
there.
love football
Ugh.
so much.
Dude, we got to do that again. We had
We
such a
should.
good time.
Yeah,
What
What?
was that called again? Did we even have a name for it? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
But that was
Bro.
fun, dude.
Y'all's thing that y'all did at Vulcan.
Yeah, dude, it was just so it was me, him, and Munford, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Munford up there? And
I
we
don't
had
remember.
and we had rotating. We would just have comics that just came in,
Watch
Yeah.
football.
just come up.
I never
had
got
it
to
on
go.
the big projector, and those two guys. So they were saved the show. Like they were. It was much like your guys' live pod. Just a couple of guys that were super stoked and had a good time.
Yeah.
And it made it fun.
Sneak
It makes it
diss.
work.
And so I don't know shit about football. Marcus knows football, and I was
do.
well, I'm gonna go for the purple team because I like their costumes better.
Yeah, he kept calling them costumes.
Yeah, they're,
Marcus has a bunch of costumes.
It was Vikings. Yeah.
yeah, it was Vikings, and I don't remember the other one.
Me neither.
Marcus's closet is a prop closet.
Dude, at one point, I saw like a play happen, and then
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a replay, and I was like, oh, they did it again.
Yeah. He goes, they did it again. Well, here's I've had the flip side
That's
happen,
awesome.
dude. I've had the flip side happen where this one guy scored 2 goals back to back, and I thought it was a replay, but he just did it again.
Yeah,
it was in
it's like
soccer.
no, he actually just did it.
It was in soccer, and I was just like, wait, was that a replay? And they're like, no, you fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, I will say I had a great time watching that Super Bowl.
Do you at
At
Mumford?
Super Bowl,
Munford's,
yeah,
that
good
we were
time.
all
That's
at.
always a good.
That was
time.
my first time watching a Super Bowl, like
Hey, man.
actually watching it.
There is
Yeah.
always a way to make sports fun.
Well, I think it was mostly fun because we were all like, it was like all of our friends.
That
and
was the
stuff.
one I videotaped,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That
you know,
was a
half
great
the time
time.
I didn't know what was going on, but right there at the end when it was like overtime or whatever,
Yeah.
and the one guy that sounds like Kenny Powers made
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I actually got it. I was like, oh, okay, all right, now this is entertaining.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's so fucking seems like how much time does a football game is actually being played?
60 minutes.
16?
60.
Well, all
No,
that
I mean,
stoppage time.
I'm
It takes about
talking-
3
Like,
hours.
in play though. You know, you're talking about play time because there's a lot of runoff time in that.
Yeah, I'm saying
Oh,
how long?
probably,
how much time are they
How much
actually
of the 60
playing the
minutes
game?
are they playing?
Well, each team runs about 60 plays, so that's 120 plays. Each play is about 7 seconds. So what's the math
7
on that?
seconds.
He's looking it up.
Yeah, average play length.
Because it seems like there's a lot of standing around, fixing your fucking cups and scratching your ass.
Whatever. 120
Oh, dude! Whenever I
times
watched
7.
my first live game, I remember thinking they had kept doing the
840
commercial
minutes.
breaks,
No, that's not.
and I was thinking I could be a
840
professional
seconds.
football
sorry.
player if they gave me a 5-minute
840 seconds.
You're still
would
trying
be
to
my
actually
guess.
figure it out. He's going to look it up.
I bet, but
840 divided by 6 is what?
no, divided by
84
60.
divided by 6.
Dude, the other day,
There you go.
What is it?
Yeah.
14 minutes is all they play. The actual play time
Holy
is 14
cow!
minutes.
That hurts to hear,
See,
doesn't it?
that's why I don't get why people
How
like
many
it so
seconds
much.
is 14 minutes?
And you watch it for 3 hours for
Yeah.
14 minutes of action. Holy cow!
I guess
many
that
seconds is
the
that?
best drinking game or best game
yeah,
to
there's
watch.
a lot of time. Hey, you're right
You know
about
what
that.
I mean?
Hey, there's a lot of time to
That's
drink.
a lot of time to be away from like your family if you don't like them.
That's what I told a joke last night because my family got me a push cart for golf. I said they just like that I'm gone for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, right.
They could have
They
got
gotta
me
make it
around with
easier.
a
No,
cart.
14
They're like, hey, we got you a
minutes
cart so that you're
is how
definitely
many
down.
seconds?
Yeah, so it only takes you 2.5, but they're like, no, we got you something to walk.
40. 840.
You were right.
840. Yeah, nice.
It
Wow.
hurt my brain to hear
I've
you
watched
do
a
that
lot of
math.
football. I know exactly how many seconds actually happen.
And your team, you're not a Chiefs guy though. You're what?
No, I'm a Lions fan. I was rooting for the Chiefs for 2 reasons. A, my friend Munford got me a Chiefs jersey, and B, the
Yeah, I
Chiefs
wore
the
one.
team the Chiefs were playing, the San Francisco 49ers, had just beaten my team, the Lions. So if
Okay.
you beat my team,
To hold y'all
I
out.
fucking hate you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate you for at least 6 months.
Would Lions have been? So if they would have beat San Francisco, would they have been?
They
against-
would have been
And
in
then
the
you
Super Bowl.
would you have still went for the Lions? In Munford's
Absolutely.
house?
Yeah. I'm going to do that this year
That's
if
the
we
most
play them.
exciting. That's way better. Because then you and guys like you and I get to go.
Yeah.
Ooh, which friend do I like more today?
Yeah. And what if I play both sides? I go, yeah, Vikings, and then the Vikings start losing, and I'm like, yeah, Chiefs.
That is fun. That's the fun thing. We
Yeah,
should
'cause
just
I
go
don't
fair
care.
weather. Just put on whoever's up at the time. We have
Yeah.
Chiefs jerseys for
Yeah.
the first half.
That's
and
called
Lions in the back
gaslighting
half.
your friends, and it's not nice.
I'm still not entirely sure.
I like
what
both the
gaslighting
teams.
is.
I love the story of the Lions and how much you guys like them, but I love how much Mumford Davis loves the Chiefs.
Loves them, dude. He
So,
had a
like,
jersey for every person that came to the party.
That was incredible.
He literally just had. I didn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't mine.
But Marcus would also. be
I
there
would,
with
but
it.
I don't want to share.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, you're not. You're kind of nasty.
Yeah.
nasty.
You're kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Are you like that all the time?
Yeah.
You
I
just
don't know if
you
Marcus
don't like
isn't
to share.
grumpy. Marcus is particular.
Yeah.
So Carrie always said that I'm just rigid, but I'm a really good host though. Like I'm
Rigid's-
good at I'm good at making people
Oh,
feel
I'm a
welcome
great
and like,
host. I know, and I've let people wear my jerseys. National championship, I let you wear a jersey, right?
Yeah.
You wore a jersey
I'd
for
say
that.
you have a wild hair up your ass. I wouldn't say you're rigid
why what?
because there's a chance that it could hit 11 with you.
Oh yeah, well only if I'm working or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I only ever worked with you though.
Oh yeah. No, we hang out.
We do hang out, but then we also get a wild hair up our ass.
Dude,
when we
Munford
hang out.
used to be like Munford used to say, I really like off work Mason a lot better than work Mason.
People say that to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you and I are the same at that. Like when we're working, we're working.
Yeah.
Like I'm not down to like.
That's why you were so pissed in Sweden.
don't know
You're like,
about
why
that.
nobody working?
Yeah.
Where's the
Marcus,
chef?
When Marcus is working, Marcus is working. But when I was working with you, we were just splitting a bottle of Jameson every single day.
Oh, that was the early days.
Thanks to this guy.
That was the early days.
Remember this?
Thanks, though. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All we had to do
Yeah.
was...
That was early days though. That got the cut. That
Whoa.
when Cam got fired,
There's a year of
that all kind of went away.
There was a year of that, though.
Oh yeah, that was a year of that.
And then they'd be like...
Dude, at
"We're
one point,
done."
remember, was it you? Someone came up to me and you and went, just so you, must have been you. Just so you guys know, you and Mason drank like a whole bottle of Jameson tonight.
Yeah, we did. And then
Who
when
else would have told you that?
When that bottle ran out, we went next door to Buckshots and shot it there.
I've seen you be so black the fuck out drunk.
But still doing my job.
Yeah,
no,
that's the thing.
no,
we were working
no,
so
no.
hard. You don't feel drunk.
I mean, sitting on the stool at the end of the night, rotating like a top that someone spun, but it's almost done spinning. That would be you not every night, but like when it was. And I'd be like, "Do you need a ride home?" You're like, "I'm driving." And I'm like, "No, you can't drive." And you're like,
It'll be all right.
It'll be okay.
And then I would look around at some of the other sober people and be like, "Someone's driving them home, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got him." And you'd be like, I mean, you were a menace, bro. Dude, shithoused Mason is.
But I was still always a good time. I was never nasty.
I didn't say you were nasty. I would just you were
Fun time, good time, Mason.
piss puddle drunk. You know what I mean?
I've never seen piss puddle, but I've never seen nasty. You're always a good time to be around when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I
Papa
didn't
Smith.
say bad
Same
time.
thing with Mumford. Mumford's a good time to get drunk with too, but he cut it out. Same thing. We all had to cut it out. We all were too fun.
Dude,
for too
when
long.
Cam was there, it was too. That was not sustainable.
No.
Like, it just wasn't.
Big word though.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
yeah.
triple word score for you on
I love
sustainable.
that word for that though. You're so right.
Especially
That
because
was-
he did non-sustainable with the hyphen, so that's an even bigger word for you.
Yeah. Hey,
Non-sustainable.
I mean, you've heard me read. I'm a good reader.
Sure.
I read well.
Yeah, I read real good and fast.
Not that fast.
The only
though.
thing is, you know what's a bummer? So I don't like to read like books or anything.
Sure.
But because like
Yeah, I
whenever
noticed there aren't any behind you.
yeah, the only books I have are is
There's
actually
a-
just a stash box made of wood.
Yeah, not even a
You see the
Bible.
wood? Look at those books under there. That's a stash box. It's not even real books.
Yeah. And for earlier,
You're not even buying it.
they're decorative.
Yeah.
Just
no,
in-
actually, I do have Sam Tallent's book.
Okay.
Running the Light.
Great
I made it to Tuesday.
You didn't make it through the full week.
No.
Oh man, it's good. You should finish.
No, I know. It is. I love it. It's just my problem is whenever I'm reading something, after I've read, let's say 10 pages, I couldn't tell you what I read. Like none of
That's an issue.
none of it stays in there.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
It's not a continuous story in your mind.
How
But
does
no,
it work
no,
when you
no, I
watch
don't
a
think you get-
movie?
what I'm saying is, I like he just pulls up ADD.
How does it work when you watch
The
a
symptoms
Yeah.
of attention deficit hyperactive disorder can
Phil.
be categorized into two types of behavioral problems: inattentiveness, difficulty concentrating and focusing, and hyperactivity, impulsiveness. I totally have ADHD, but
I have
I've been
ADHD too, but I
knowing that.
remember.
Now, what did you just read?
Well, that I would obviously gonna remember that, but like if I'm reading a book
Uh-huh.
and I read say 20 pages,
But let me ask you this.
I'll zone out while I'm reading the book and I'm
Sure.
just seeing the words.
No, I get that. But when you were recapping the Fast and the Furious franchise, not a trilogy, not a fucking 10
10
movie
of them.
yeah. You did a great job.
Yeah, because that's
but
a
do you
movie.
think but yeah, okay. Shit. Good. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's
yeah.
literally the opposite of a book.
Now, if I read a book to you, have you done audiobooks?
So I tried to listen to Tom Segura's audiobook of
Uh-huh.
I Don't Want to Play with Anybody or whatever.
Okay.
Or what is it? Leave Me Alone or something.
Something like that.
And it was just so goddamn boring.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that's because of the way he reads it. Because I heard if you listen to the audiobook of Running the Light, that each chapter is a different comedian reading
Yeah,
it.
it's fun.
Yeah, which I would think I would enjoy that more.
I honestly did not.
You
like
are
it. I liked
ADD,
reading it
though.
way more.
That's
100%.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, bad.
Did you Adderall?
I hate Adderall because it makes me feel weird.
Oh.
Because I have ADD.
Yeah.
So it makes me like,
pay attention and
oh
learn,
yeah, very quiet. And, just,
recap and
I'm the same way.
and it makes me
Damn.
socially awkward too.
oh, that's what does it.
Big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the burping and the farting and the drinking.
Well, that people think people get a
People
kick
love
out of
that.
What do you mean?
That's me.
Yeah, that's just me being me.
No, I feel
Yeah,
I can't
but
take
what
that
if you
shit either.
weren't you?
Then no one would want to be my friend.
I don't think that's true. I think people want to be your friend regardless of whether or not you fart in public. And I know that might be tough for you to hear right now.
So
But
what?
people
So
will
so
like
wait.
you
So
no
what
matter
you're
if you-
saying is People like me despite the farting.
No, listen,
Oh, sure,
Marcus.
I like you
Marcus
despite
doesn't
the
like
farting.
the
Yeah, and
I don't like the farting.
And
I
I
love
stopped.
the
I
farting.
stopped giving you the salmon.
Yeah, you did.
So
Thank you, and that means a lot to me.
I
he
know
got,
hated that
he got
shit.
genuinely mad at me.
I did.
He literally
I
got
did.
genuinely mad at me and goes, "If you do it again, I'm gonna hit you."
Yeah, and I appreciate you stopping and respecting my space. I appreciate the hell out of that. What reading level are you?
We've already. Oh wait, this isn't an ADD test. Yeah, sure. Let's all do it.
Well, we can't all do it.
All right. Take a look at the image and select the correct answer. It is hot today. How do you know what? Oh, the image. Oh, I looked at the thing to the right. It's cold today.
That was a close one.
It was a close
There is
one.
a ball on the table.
This got to get harder.
A cat is an animal.
He's entertained.
What are the cats doing? They are sleeping. I like they sleeping. But no, they are sleeping. Whose house is this? She is. He's Ann. Is Ann. It is Ann's house.
He had to run through him on that one a little bit.
My brother is 2 years old. Who are they?
They
Let's see. Kate and Peter, are they student? They are Kate and Peter. It is a student. Kate and Peter. Kate and Peter are students.
That was the big one. That was the big one.
You have passed the starter level, first out of 7 levels.
You
Oh,
passed.
so that was the easy one.
Yeah, but that last question really got you.
Well, because you got to run through the
I-
answers. Can I have 3 cups of coffee, please?
We have to do this on our pod too. This
Yeah,
is fucking
can you
She's
send
got 2 tickets
to paradise.
to paradise. Yeah.
Oh man.
December is a month.
Wow.
There aren't any good restaurants in this town.
Yeah, at the University of Arkansas, this is called a master's program.
Yeah. I'm gonna have guess how you get my PhD out of Arkansas. Are these Martin's shoes? No, they're mine. That bird can sing beautifully.
That's not all it can do beautifully. Come on.
I will see you tomorrow.
And then 9/11 happened.
Okay, I think Well, Mason, I believe that you can read.
Yeah.
I don't. I
He
just
did
don't
say
think
he was a good reader.
Now
He
I will
did-
tell you
he did
this.
say he was
Here's
good.
one thing that I have not. I'm not too good at knowing where you put commas or periods or like when I text people are like,
Sure.
dude, you just text like you're talking.
Yeah.
They're like, it's stream of conscious, just
Yeah.
line
You
after
don't know
line.
about punctuation,
Yeah. I'm not good at punctuation. really.
right? You didn't even know the word.
I mean, well, I knew what it was when you said it. Fucking dickhead.
I know, but that's the point of language is that you can't just be I understand it. Like that's a lot of times when you learn a foreign language, the easiest thing to do is to hear it and understand
Right.
it
Immersive.
and to read it.
Yeah.
The hard thing to do is to speak it and write it. Why? Because when you speak it and write it, you have to think of the shit.
Right.
When you're listening to it, you're like, oh yeah, that person's coming up with all this stuff.
Well, dude, I've met
It's way easier.
I've met so many people in Boston that were like from like Brazil
I bet, yeah.
or Guatemala,
International city.
and they all taught themselves English by watching TV.
That's how I learned too.
Yeah, they just
That's
would
how
watch,
everyone learned.
They just would watch TV,
That's how.
and
what,
they don't speak the best English, but
well, neither does our TV.
But they can get by.
Yeah, that's all it is,
Yeah.
man.
I always wanted to learn. I would love to be able to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Or German, anything. I took French for 2
Man,
years.
I imagine I just
poquito.
Schlussgesetz. Ich wollte ein bisschen einkaufen, aber das Laden war zu.
Dude, I would sound like
Wo kann ich meine Eier kaufen?
exactly.
What is
It
happening?
literally would sound just like Brad
I
Pitt in Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, I
When-
know.
Origami.
Si, correcto.
I feel like I was in a Sims game for a
Yeah.
second. Now we're speaking Somalian.
Yeah, Somalian.
Dude, my
was
buddy
good, right?
speaks Swahili. Swahili,
I thought you were about to start singing.
Portuguese, and Spanish.
What's Swahili?
He
like?
just moved here. You guys would love Andrew Vickers.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. He just moved here a couple months, or back in November.
Do
He's
you
great.
remember Yeah, I don't know.
When
I made
in September.
I made a video one time of me
That's
doing
Ali's
a
anniversary.
George Bush impression, but he was speaking German the whole time.
You
did a
did like
video
a
of it.
character.
Yeah, I do. My buddy in Michigan was like, he heard me do what I was just doing for you, and he was like, he's like, can you do George Bush in German? And so I made a video of that. But yeah, no, it is funny
Well,
sometimes.
listen, we didn't mean to cause. That's more Bill Clinton, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, he doesn't do the hand. That's
wir
Trump.
wollten- Yeah, I know. I don't know why I was doing the Trump.
Do Trump in German.
Wir müssen eine Mauer bauen. Wir bauen eine Mauer. Mexiko bezahlt für die Mauer.
This sounds like a Star Wars character. This sounds like what's his name? Jabba the Hutt.
Do more.
Ja, diese Mauer, die wird die größte Mauer der Welt sein.
crazy, bro.
Sobald wir im Weißen Haus sind.
You've seen Dune?
I don't like Doom.
That's what he kind of sounds like right now.
Like you sounded like a didgeridoo.
Little Tibetan throat singing going on over
Yeah.
there.
Das Problem ist immer
did you try the
China.
black cherry?
China.
Oh, I did. They're really sour.
Those are. It's coal.
I want
I
a
just-
black cherry. I don't want one.
Ow. Fuck.
What is it?
It's a black cherry sour patch kid.
Ooh, and I have a black cherry Waterloo. Look at that.
And there's also cherry. I got cherry.
Whoa,
over here,
those are
too.
some Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, they're more sour than the cherries.
Ooh,
My sister sent me a bunch of candy for Christmas.
I feel like
Nice.
candy gets stuck in my teeth more as an adult than as a kid, you know?
you got to brush them more.
I brush them and it's just like, good Lord, I won't say.
Yeah, dude, when's the last time you guys went to a dentist?
I don't know.
About 3 months ago, they told me they couldn't do it. I needed to get done because I didn't have the money to do it. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there for that a couple times. Does that count?
I got the last time I went, I got my teeth cleaned like 2 Christmases ago,
Wow,
and I haven't been since.
nice.
But I'm really, you know why I'm so good at brushing my teeth? Because I know I don't have insurance, and I gotta just make sure I don't have to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should also get a physical done.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you. Probably middle school, high school.
Just go into an ER and get your blood done. Say you feel like you're having a heart attack, so they do a blood test, see if there's anything like, a little bit wrong with you, and then just never pay that medical bill.
Well, yeah, you don't have to legally pay medical bills.
No, just don't give me your social security number.
And yeah, we talked about this.
John
You
C.
guys are fucking.
No, it's
You
true.
guys are like cousins, dude. You guys have
Yeah.
different schemes and
Hello,
scams.
you go on down there to St. David's.
So
Medical.
what I did,
You tell him you're Mason. I'm gonna tell him I'm Phillip.
Phillip. Yeah, I'm Phillip Smith, and you're Mason Garcia.
We ain't ever paying for health care or chicken
just talking
again,
with Allie
brother.
one day, and I'm
Dude,
like, I gotta call Mason. I think he's got testicular cancer.
Dude, I had a golf ball size knot on my elbow.
Yeah.
And I I was at the Christmas party for Vulcan, and Bonham goes, "Yeah, you really should I would seriously go to the ER tomorrow."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "You think?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so I went the next day, and come to find out it was staph. Definitely got it from my gym. So I got the antibiotics and all the pills and
Yeah,
shit.
you're lucky,
Sometimes
bro.
you need antibiotics.
But
yeah.
I told him that I lived in my truck, and so I didn't put an address down, and I just never heard from him.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, never paid shit on it.
Threw my back out at Riverside one time.
I had to pay for the antibiotics, but they were like $8.
Yeah.
It was great. We good? But yeah,
I like that actually. Tell him you live in your car.
yeah. I said, I was like, I live in my car right now. I don't have an address, and then she was like, "Where do you work?" And I lied.
You didn't have a driver's license?
They didn't even ask for it.
Wow.
And maybe they did, but here's the thing: my driver's license has my dad's address on it.
Yeah, I
it's
bet
the same
there's a
driver's license
bunch
I've had
of-
since I was 16.
Yeah, but you don't think they can send shit there, and then they can't track you? Through
I don't even,
it
dude.
doesn't
To be
matter.
Do you have a
honest,
credit card?
I'm not even certain that they took my ID.
Hey, do you have a credit card?
Yeah, but I didn't give that to
You
them.
can lie about
I know,
your
but they
identity
can find you.
altogether at a hospital.
They have drones flying over the president's house in New Jersey. You think they can't
Well, this
find
was
where
over
Mason
2 years
Smith
ago.
lives?
This was
Yeah.
over 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, they didn't have
And-
drones 2 years ago.
and
You're
nothing ever happened.
You're
I didn't
right.
hear shit.
If they really wanted to make healthcare profitable, they'd get rid of the Hippocratic Oath.
right. I'm telling.
I'm
Ooh,
just
I'm
saying.
telling.
They all take an oath to treat someone when they're in a time of need or hurt, and then now they have to. Like it's like the whole hospital is on the same page. We all did this to help people out.
Yeah.
So when someone comes in, they're like, we may not be able to do the best course of action, but we will get you the course of action that we can get you out of our hospital.
Dude, you
with.
should be able to walk in with an American passport, be like, I'm an American, and they're like, well, okay, what do you need? And there's no money
I need my
involved.
colon scraped.
Yeah, you're an American, you got a passport? Yeah,
And then,
let's
like,
scrape that
yeah.
colon. Bend over, buddy.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's like, I get it. If you're doing something that's
USA,
elective,
USA,
obviously pay for that. Right?
Yeah, if it's weird shit like that, yeah, but it's like, hey, man, I'm
I just
bleeding.
got shot in the fucking leg.
Or hey, I have staph.
And it's like, you got a passport? It's like right here.
Yeah.
It's got a bullet hole in it. You're an American to me, buddy. And then you
Or
fucking...
at least the checkup thing.
Or in the
Go
best
in-
Yeah,
country
that's
Go
what
in-
you go in there. You're like, I don't feel
I just need
good.
a once over.
Yeah, give me.
Check
Let me know
my
what's
oil.
wrong. No,
Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
sit.
Or in the best country possible, they'd pay for us to have gyms available, and they would clean those gyms accordingly so that they wouldn't have to treat staff on people like Mason, and it would all work out for the better.
Dude,
Yeah.
when I had back surgery,
need
when
communism.
I was a teenager, I got back surgery when I was 19,
Yeah.
but I was still on my parents' insurance
Nice.
they don't kick you off till you're 26.
Exactly.
I remember that day. That sucked.
That's
And
the
right
weirdest
before I
thing
turned
we all
before I
know.
turned 26, I went and got my teeth done. I did so many things.
Yeah.
But so I was 19 and I had back surgery.
Yeah.
But after the back surgery, I went back home to my hometown and stayed with friends. And we were all still doing, like, I was in a back brace snorting cocaine. My buddy would have to hold the plate up to my nose and I would have to snort like this.
Wow.
Like my whole, because I'm in a back brace. And so my buddy is.
So you had great form.
Yeah.
Nice.
And my buddy's, it's like a vacuum. When I would be driving, like we'd be on a road trip and I'd be like, I need a bump. And she would take the spoon and hold it up to my nose and I would just, and she said it looked like a vacuum. Like,
I mean, Jesus H. Christ, buddy.
can we bleep her name out on that story, please?
I love that that's the first thing of the whole podcast.
And
You were like, we
so,
gotta-
anyways, point being, my buddy would change my bandages, and he would have a cigarette, and he wouldn't wash his hands. We weren't thinking about it,
Yeah.
and we were in the midst of the Pepsi challenge, and he would change my bandages, and so I go in for blood work like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
My doctor comes in and goes, Mason, what the fuck have you been doing? And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And he goes, you have fucking MRSA. You have staph. And I'm like, all right, so what? And he's like, you have to go to emergency surgery right now. And they had to put me under, within 45 minutes, I was at the hospital and under anesthesia.
Nice.
Woke up, they had to, that's why my scar's so gross.
Yeah.
Because that was the second set of staples.
Oh, because you were all coked out, fucking having your drug buddies
with his
wrap your
dirty
shit up.
hands.
Yeah.
And so I caught.
And that wasn't good for you.
No, what do you mean it was horrible? What
I
are you
know,
talking
I'm
about?
fucking with you,
And
dude.
so, like, when I woke up, I had a hose, a little hose
Yeah.
up my spine, coming out like a tail with a grenade on the end.
Yeah.
That was sucking out plasma that I had to drain all the time.
Nice.
It was nuts, dude. And I was awake.
You're lucky, man.
What, yeah, I could have died.
You
He was
coulda.
literally like, "You're an idiot."
You are.
Well, you're. It means you're predisposed to staph too. So anytime something like that pops up, go get that taken care of, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
Hit your blood.
But
just
you
die.
did this before you were 26.
I was 19 when that happened.
Nice.
Yeah,
Isn't
'cause
that
I-
funny? In America, like, we don't have quinceanera. We have, like, when you better get a bunch of health care before you're 26, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
what we have.
My middle brother just got kicked off. His birthday was the 26th. He also gets MRSA too pretty bad whenever he's just predisposed to it. Once you have it, it's that thing.
That's gross.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'll forever be in pain though for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It sucks.
So that's what they always say. If you can put back surgery off for 3 years, do
Well,
it.
so the way the doctor put it to me, he goes, "Look, you're 19. If you do it now, you're going to bounce back way quicker than if you wait till you're 40 and you can't even get out of bed. You know, you've got a job. You're
Yeah.
going to miss a shit ton of work." He's like, "If I were you, I would do it now."
Yeah.
And so I did.
Nice.
And I'm in pain 24/7.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's a bummer.
But I will say, ever since I quit welding, I was
Yeah.
a welder for 11 years.
We know.
And I just like to make sure.
Okay.
And ever since I quit welding and moved here, though, my back isn't in near as much pain.
That's good.
It is in pain, but not like it was.
You ever do the hot rocks?
Yeah, I have done I have done those.
Done the hot wax?
I just love having a good massage, dude. When I was in New Orleans, I got a massage.
That's a good time to wrap up the podcast. Mason's massage time in
you mean
New
a
Orleans.
happy ending?
No, there was no happy. This was like a professional, like.
No,
really
he got a
nice-
happy beginning. He was like, let's get this part out of the
Dude,
way, and then we do the back.
If someone said, "Hey, do you want me to jerk you off or give you a back massage for an hour?"
Say massage.
I
You were
want the
going to say
massage.
it. Yeah, massage.
Massage
Yeah, dude.
sounds French.
It does, doesn't it?
Bon massage.
Hey, I don't know if you know this about New Orleans.
French.
Yep.
Down by the bayou.
There you go.
I'm a southern gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
This flower is wilted.
Jesus Christ.
I do declare.
I do declare.
That is one of your best accents, actually.
Huh.
So,
Bon appetit.
there you go.
Dude, did you guys watch Wolverine and Deadpool?
No.
Oh, so good. Did you see it? Really? You seem like a fucking X-Men guy.
Jesus.
Well, anyways, great movie. It doesn't fucking matter now. No one's seen it. Point being,
Sorry.
now I already forgot why I brought it up.
It's all good.
It's a great movie. Where we at? All right, we can wrap it. Let's do plugs. What you got, Marcus?
Check out the Works Every Time podcast with Phil and Justin. And other than that, Works Every Time live show January 25th.
Yeah, and you can check
Sunset
out the
Strip.
Works Every Time podcast with me, Marcus, and Justin.
That's it, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This was a crossover. This was the
This
wet
was a little bit-
wet
Yeah.
podcast meets High Noon.
This is a wet noon.
High wet noon.
Genevieve, you want to plug anything? You got any shows coming up? Velveeta Room? Did you already do that? You already did that? Well, guys, go see Genevieve. You can catch her at the mothership all the time. I don't even know if were you in the shot this whole time? For the first 10 minutes. Okay, nice. But yeah, and guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The High Noon Podcast, and check out my other podcast, Drooling Banjos, with Maverick McWilliams and Trey Pack. Marcus, Phillip, thank you guys for
Thanks
coming.
for having us,
It
but
was
I
thanks
fun.
for the beer.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
It was
it's
a good
always a good
time.
time.
Even though you were mean to Bill Hicks, but
No.
He's mean to my dog, too.
No, I make the dog respect me.
yeah, by
Dominance.
inviting him over and then going, "Hey, get away from me!"
Yep.
All right,
Mind
guys, thank you
games.
for listening. Oh, thank you, Casey.